So I have a question about Where the Slime Live. It's a total topic change, but question for you about that song. Is that di- were you involved in writing that song?
No, Trey wrote the song musically, and David wrote the lyrics.
Okay, so even better. So Doth just covered it, and I had to learn it, and I tried to learn it as note for note as I possibly could, and that means like even though I did it in a different tuning, like note for note. And what I realized, and so I want your perspective on this, is you had to learn it too. If you didn't write it, that means you had to interpret it and learn it. I've noticed that like every single,
I still know it.
yeah,
I still know this. If I was pressed, if I was like, hey
you could
man,
do
listen, I could do it. Yeah, I still know the little idiosyncrasies of it, and
it's very specific. I noticed that like all the bends, all the harmonics, like all the little details are so super specific. So what I'm wondering is that stuff, those little details, was that like something you had to sit there and learn, or is it something that was like improvised, or like how did you go about like that
no,
stuff?
it was very specific. And for the record, I actually did track on the album, like on Dominate. Like I tracked the one side on Where the Slime Lives,
Yeah, that's what I
Trey
thought.
tracked on the other side. Yeah, and for Domination, we both tracked all the songs. And so I did the one side, we quad tracked. So I did have to learn, those specific things. Like perfect, like the like wah, wah,
Yep.
like that one part where it changes into the kind of heavier section, like that bend went, and then the other bend wah, like going, it's like up. The first one's about the up, the second one's really about the down,
At two
but you
different
have to go up
speeds.
the down. Yeah, exactly. Wah, wah, so I definitely, I'm a warped SOB. So like Trey, who, man, I mean, to me, Trey, and there's no argument as far as I'm concerned. Trey is one of the most important guitar players. Not just in death metal, but just period. It's like, I mean, if you're just specifically talking about death metal, of course, to me, I'm gonna speak of Trey. I'm gonna speak of Chuck. Like two guys that changed the face of everything. And what I love about Trey's playing is just his uniqueness and creativity, and no holds barred approach of how he played. It just came natural. He just felt it. And me as a player, although I'm a different player than Trey, we had similar traits in the sense of that we both just did whatever came naturally. We didn't think about the rules or logistics. It was just about this is what I felt, and that's why I think that Trey and I were a really good team. We're very different, but same as far as our approach, and learning all the classic Morbid Angel tunes, and man, I toured for 4 albums. I played on 3, so I'm definitely, I could say that I was. I heard the Where the Slime Lives cover, and I thought you guys did a really good job. And
Well, thanks.